On the night of September the 14th, 1607, two of Ireland's greatest chieftains set sail from here at Lough Swilly in County Donegal, destined for Spain. They were Hugh O'Neill, the Earl of Tyrone, and Rory O'Donnell, the Earl of Tyrconnell. In sight of Bird Castle and Green and Alya, a French ship lay at anchor in the Swilly. O'Neill and O'Donnell had 1 week to make preparations for their journey. Their lives were in great danger. Here they crossed the Glenalla River a few kilometres from their point of departure. They left from here close to Rathmullen Friary. The departure from Port Nearly is depicted in a magnificent painting by Thomas Ryan. The scene is one of great sorrow. Here we see Hugh O'Neill as he strides reluctantly towards the shore. His devoted soldiers stand aside in dismay and desolation. A Franciscan friar raises his hand in blessing as the passengers get on board. With a complement of 99 persons, the ship sails out of Lough Swilly, past Dunree and into the broad Atlantic. Shortly afterwards, the ship is lashed by heavy seas on its way to the continent. Having passed the Irish coast, they hoped to reach Spain, but were forced by gales into the French port of Quillebeuf. Tygo Keenan wrote a detailed account in his diary of this eventful journey. They travelled across France in their carriages until they reached the Belgian town of Louvain. Meanwhile, back in Donegal, Sir Arthur Chichester was planning to confiscate their lands. In the month of November, they arrived at Louvain and stayed there over Christmas until the month of February 1608. Then a long and treacherous journey across the Alps in winter lay ahead of them. They crossed the perilous Devil's Bridge. But soon they left the terrors of the Alps behind, and here they arrived at Bologna with its famous fountain. By the end of April, they had reached the outskirts of Rome, where they were welcomed by Peter Lombard, the Archbishop of Armagh. We are now going to visit the famous church of San Pietro Montorio in Rome, with its famous altars and its magnificent paintings. Inside, there is the Tempietto of Bramante. This is the interior of the Church of San Pietro. In our final series of images, we see the tombs of the Earls. Rory O'Donnell died in 1608, and Hugh O'Neill is also buried here. He died in the year 1616. Our concluding images give us some idea of the great majesty and beauty of the final resting place of these Irish leaders.